Hello students, so welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we start with the next vitamin, that is vitamin K. Vitamin K, here we will also see the NEET PG questions and also case study. Now first come to the chemistry. So all the vitamin K forms are naphthoquinone derivatives. Vitamin K1 and K2 are naturally occurring forms, whereas K1 is phylloquinone and K2 is menaquinone. And even the synthetic form is also available, which is known as menadione or vitamin K3. Structures are also, you can see here, the vitamin K1 has a long chain, and the difference is the shortening of chain, this aliphatic chain, and vitamin K3, that is the synthetic form. Now absorption and excretion. It is absorbed from small intestine and in presence of bile salt. It can also cross placenta, but it is not stored. It is not stored in any form, and by crossing to the placenta it is available for the fetus, and it is not excreted in the urine and in bile. Feces contain large quantity, whereas feces contain large quantities, and this may be because of bacterial origin in the intestine. Now we come to the dietary sources. The dietary sources and requirement. Vitamin K1 and K2 are mainly found in plants and is synthesized by bacteria in small intestine. Vitamin K1, it is present chiefly in green leafy vegetables such as alfalfa, spinach, cauliflower, cabbage, soya beans, tomatoes, etc. Now functions. So functions, the important function of vitamin K is in blood coagulation. The main function, it is in blood coagulation, which is due to as it helps in the post transcriptional modification of blood factors such as prothrombin, factor 2, factor 7, factor 9 and factor 10. Post translational modification of these factors. We will see all these reactions in detail blood coagulation in the next slide. Now calcium binding protein. So vitamin K is also found to carboxylate specific glutamate residue of calcium binding proteins, which is found in bones, spleen, placenta and kidneys. It also plays an important role in oxidative phosphorylation. Vitamin K, it is important cofactor in oxidative phosphorylation, which is associated with mitochondrial lipids. Documerol, it is an antagonistic of vitamin K, which is important uncoupler of oxidative phosphorylation. Now we see here the reactions, how coagulation takes place, how it is converted. So first it is vitamin K, that is quinone form. It is converted to hydroquinone form, and this reaction, it takes place in liver in presence of enzyme dehydrogenase. It uses NADPH as a reducing equivalent. Then the carboxylase function, then the enzyme carboxylase, it functions in the incorporation of this CO2 molecule, and this hydroquinone, vitamin K hydroquinone, it is converted to 2,3-epoxide. This 2,3-epoxide then again converts it into vitamin K, that is quinone, and this carboxylase enzyme and this hydroquinone helps the glutamate residue to incorporate CO2 and gets converted into carboxyglutamate. In this way, specific glutamate of this coagulation protein. So in coagulation protein, this specific glutamate is present, which is get converted into carboxyglutamate. this hydroquinone may change into 2,3-epoxide, we have seen, which is reduced back to quinone, है ना, which is back reduced and in presence of enzyme epoxide reductase. Dacumarol is also found to inhibit this enzyme, dacumarol, which is antagonistic of vitamin K, which inhibits this reaction. We can also see that all the 10 glutamate residue of prothrombin, they are carboxylated by vitamin K only. So vitamin K plays an important role in the carboxylation reaction. The gamma carboxy glutamate residue provide calcium binding site in the N-terminal portion. This brings together the activated factor and acid close to the phospholipid membrane of platelets, and in this way this enhances blood coagulation in many folds, increases many folds. Now deficiency of vitamin K. Vitamin K deficiency is because of prolonged use of antibiotics and sulfa drugs. So this suppresses the growth of vitamin K2 producing bacteria, thus making vitamin K2 not available. Then the malabsorption of biliary tract obstruction. When there is obstruction in biliary tract, that is Proust, Trattoria and celiac disease, can lead sometimes to vitamin K deficiency. Vitamin K, being fat soluble vitamin, is absorbed with the help of bile salt. The biliary obstruction impairs the delivery of bile and hence vitamin K is not available and it is not absorbed. Then the spoiled sweet clover hay. When cattle consumes, when it is consumed by cattle, it causes bleeding disease. In such cases, fall of oxygen consumption, poor oxidative phosphorylation, low prothrombin, proconvertin and Stoddard factor activities are observed. It contains dacumarol, vitamin K antagonist. Then short circuiting of the bowel. As a result of surgery, short circuiting of bowel may also cause deficiency, which may not respond even to large oral dose of vitamin K. Vitamin K3 alone is useful in such cases. And immediate postnatal infants, hypoprothrombemia and bleeding in many tissues occurs in vitamin K deficiency. Relatively small amounts of vitamin K are obtained from mother through placenta and also causes, and because of this intestinal microflora has not yet been established, this leads to vitamin K deficiency and its consequent effects. If prothrombin is significantly low, this may result in hemorrhagic disease of the newborn. Now we come to the case study. A 22-year-old man was admitted to the medical ward with a history of jaundice for the past 3 weeks, and investigation showed that conjugated bilirubin and alkaline phosphatase were increased. Blood in urine and feces were detected. Prothrombin was about 22 seconds, and the house surgeon on duty injected 1 milligram of vitamin K intramuscularly, and prothrombin was repeated after 2 hours. It was noted that now the prothrombin became normal with a subsequent disappearance of blood in urine and feces. Interpret the case and make your comment. So this is the case of obstructive jaundice where vitamin K, dietary vitamin K, was not observed due to absence of bile, and vitamin K is deficiency causes impaired blood clotting, which results in bleeding, which is substantiated by elevated PT, hematuria and blood in feces. And this should be noted that vitamin K deficiency occurs faster then deficiency of other fat soluble vitamins. When vitamin K was administered, its action quickly brought back PT to normal within 2 hours and bleeding was controlled. Now NEET PG questions. This question was in AIMS 2018. Vitamin K as coenzyme form is regenerated by A. Pyruvate carboxylase, B. Epoxide reductase, C. Glutathione reductase, and D. Hydrofolate reductase. So it is regenerated by B. Epoxide reductase. Now this was recent question in 2017. Which of the following is true about vitamin K? It is a water soluble vitamin. B. It helps in the carboxylation of factor 8. C. Chronic use of antibiotic lead to deficiency of vitamin K. D. Vitamin K deficiency manifested as multiple thrombotic episodes. So the answer is chronic use of antibiotic lead to deficiency of vitamin K as the bacterial flora are present. Now this question was in AIMS November 2007. Vitamin K is required for hydroxylation, chelation, transamination and carboxylation, and the answer is carboxylation, D. Now this question, it was in AIMS 2008, May 2001 also, and AIP-GMR in 2011. Vitamin K is involved in post-translational modification of glutamate, aspartate, lysine and proline, and the answer is proline. Then the recent question, this was vitamin K is required for carboxylation of clotting factor. Vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin K or vitamin E, and the answer is vitamin K. This question should be vitamin which is required for carboxylation of clotting factor. It is vitamin K. Now this was recent question in 2016. Which of the following is true about vitamin K? Vitamin K dependent factor undergo post transcriptional modification. Prothrombin is a vitamin K dependent factor. Stoddard factor, power factor, is not vitamin K dependent, and Menadione is a natural water insoluble vitamin K used in clinical practice, and the answer is prothrombin is a vitamin K dependent factor. Thank you very much. So please like, share and subscribe. You can also watch other videos of vitamins and other topics. You can go in the playlist and watch the topics which you want. Thank you very much.